My name's Alex Shalava, and I'm going to be the Master of Ceremonies for today. We have a lot of different people talking today about their stories and about their experiences of opportunity. But before we get started, I think it's important to recognize the one who helped us be here, and that's Christ. So if we could bow our heads just for a second. God, Heavenly Father, we thank you for the gifts you give us, especially the talents you bestow on students at St. Vincent. Today we recognize them living up to your grace and ask you to continue to bless them in their endeavors. We know that these gifts are meant to be shared, and we pray that other students will be inspired by our hard work. Continue to be with us, Lord, and the whole community at St. Vincent. Lord, we thank you for all the times that we walked away from you. We thank you for all the help that you've given us. Continue to help us see you and see you in your light. In your good name, amen. I'm a senior at St. Vincent here, and I've been a part of the opportunity for 4 years now. And I was asked to give my reflection, my experience at St. Vincent. And I start off with 4 years ago when I was dropped off by my mom and dad. 4 years ago, I was full of anxiety, I was full of fear, and I didn't know what the future had in store for me. And not knowing what St. Vincent had in store for me. And like many of us, I was again dropped off by my mom and dad for what I call academic boot camp. In high school, I was a slacker. In high school, I never gave all I had. So that 3 weeks, it was most intense. It was really intense for me. And the nights, you can imagine, were really frustrating. I had a hard time writing and a hard time reading in a proficient way, and I just grew more and more frustrated. And I asked myself, how am I going to make it through the next 4 years if I can't make it through this next 3 years at this opportunity? And I fast forward from that day and night of questioning, and here I am now, a senior, about to graduate from St. Vincent. And if I were to go back to my room in Wimmer, where we used to have opportunity, where we used to stay, if I were to go back in my room, go back in time, and tell myself that I'd be speaking at a tea for academic accomplishment, I would have probably laughed. I wouldn't have believed it. If I would have told myself that, yeah, you're going to be senior class president, you're going to be a prefect, you're going to be dean's listed or whatever, I would have laughed and said, no, I'm not. I wouldn't have believed it. I didn't believe in myself. That's because, I simply didn't believe in myself. I didn't think I could be more. I didn't think I would be more. But as freshman year passed, I began to believe. That belief is something that is rooted where a lot of us in this room can relate to, from my mom and dad. It came from my parents, from the people back at home. But something that we all can absolutely relate to is the Opportunity Program. The Opportunity Program, the people who have taken time out of their day after day to help us to be where we're at now. All the help, all the hours and hours of helping me out with a paper, or helping me out with a circumstance, whether it be inside the classroom, or a situation inside the classroom, or a situation outside the classroom. People that took time tutoring me, hours and hours and hours. So yeah, I wouldn't be the class president, I wouldn't be the prefect I am today, I wouldn't be dean's listed. I wouldn't be the student or the man I am today. I wouldn't be the man I am today if it weren't for all the help. And if it weren't for all the help, and if it weren't for all the affirmation of saying you can, and you will make it through, you will get through this, I wouldn't be here today. That comes from mom, that comes from dad, that comes from opportunity, that comes from faculty and staff, that comes from all the people, even students. I wouldn't be here today. So I say thank you to all the people who have had a huge influence on me, whether it be just a handshake in the hallway, a smile on the path, or whether it be, help with getting through a life crisis, I guess, in college. So the story I have from St. Vincent, it isn't my story because of what I've done. It isn't my story because of just simply me. But the story I have today is my story is because of all of you. That each of you have played a role in my life and have made me the stronger and better person I am today. And that is what I feel opportunity is all about. When I came that summer, they didn't try to change who I was. They didn't try to change who Alex was. They sought to influence me to become the better Alex, to find the better me. Opportunity along with many others. And before I end my experience at St. Vincent, I just want to talk about an experience I had at this very T 3 years ago, and I sat in the back with my mom and dad, and still questioning if college was right for me at the academic T. I didn't know. But as I was sitting there, a senior came up to the podium much like I did today, and he started to talk about his experience. I'm quite honest, I don't remember what he said or how he said it and who he was directing it to, but what influenced me a great deal was it was a senior. It was a senior that came from the same program as myself, that is getting through that got through St. Vincent College. And that's what, at that moment, I kind of sat up in my chair and I said, you know what, if he can do it, I can do it. So I leave you with that. And students, we inspire one another. So I thank you for that. And students, whether it be freshman, junior, sophomore, senior, we inspire one another. And I thank you for all the support. And if you're here today, you're doing something right. Continue working hard in the classroom. Continue working hard. So I say thank you again. This is a powerful program. Thank you. So next, that's going to be reflecting upon her experience, I believe in a poem, is Joyelle Gaines, class of 2018. Thank you, Joyelle.
Hi, guys. My name is Joyelle Gaines. I'm a psychology major here at St. Vincent, and today I'm going to recite my poem called Dear OPP Student. That letter paired with my acceptance did not excite me. I was a good student. Why did they invite me? Independence is my mantra, acquiescence hard to take. Certainly the college had made a huge mistake. Special program, they had to be joking. It was that 1.92 that was my awakening. It seems my priorities were all askew. Letting negativity go is clearly what I had to do. Weekly meetings began the foundation. A new accountability gave my dreams a new formation. Now my GPA is much better than that 1.92 that held me down, and countless opportunities and possibilities abound. Using my talents and abilities to impact all that I meet, and being able today to share this poem, let me share my feat. Thank you.
Thank you, Joyelle. Next, that's going to be giving her remarks is Dean Kaler from the Dean of Studies. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. Good afternoon, and welcome all of you to our recognition tea for our TRIO Act 101 opportunity students. And I will say, this is one of my favorite events of the year. I will also remind you, if you didn't know, that at my entry point to St. Vincent, I was involved with the Opportunity Program. I see our president back there. He was my boss, our director. I successfully followed his footsteps and became director, and today we have a student who is in the Opportunity Program when I was director here, seeing his son recognized. So opportunity is a very, very special part of my world. So as I said, today is the day we recognize our stars. And I always loved this program because it has the stars on it. So when I look at the stars, I think of the students who are sitting in the chairs today. And as we recognize them, I was trying to think about what to say. What do I want to say? And I was reminded of a button that I have on my desk that has a quote by Emily Dickinson that says, "The mind is wider than the sky." And I think that the minds of the students who are sitting in this room with us today, and also those who can't be with us today, are wider than the sky. They have distinguished themselves academically. They are majoring in majors in each of our 4 schools. They are not only on the Opportunity Dean's list, They are on the College Dean's list. They are in numerous academic honor societies. They have represented St. Vincent at academic conferences. They have represented St. Vincent in study abroad experiences. They have represented the program well in the ways that they excel in the classroom. They are campus leaders. We have student government officers sitting here. We have prefects sitting here. We have athletes from almost every athletic program sitting here. We have students who are on the orientation committee, students who are very active in campus ministry, who are going to Brazil, who may be going to our service trip in China and Taiwan in the summer. We have students who can't be here today because they're preparing for their seminar for the Benedictine Leadership Program. We have students who are the guiding force of the Visionaries of Hope and who plan such a wonderful program every year to commemorate Martin Luther King. There are a variety of other things that our students do. But first and foremost, they do their schoolwork. They do their academic work, and they have been very successful at doing that. So students, I would like to applaud you and thank you for being good students, for knowing how to do your job as a student, but not stopping there, but for expanding all your other gifts, using your mind that is wider than the sky, and seeing how many places you can land. And before I end, I never forget to say, thank you, parents. Thank you, parents. I would like to applaud the parents. And thank you so much. Enjoy your afternoon. And I would also applaud our opportunity staff. They put in endless hours on behalf of our students. And the students whose testimonies you're hearing echo the fact that without them, they wouldn't be where they are. So thank you and enjoy your afternoon. And students, thank you for the stories that you're sharing with us this afternoon.
Thank you, Dean Kaler. That was really beautiful. Next, we're going to have remarks from Dr. John Spadenka. Thank you. The Vice President for Academic Affairs and the Academic Dean. Thank you.
Thanks so much. I want to echo Dean Kaler's remarks that this is one of her favorite events. It's one of my favorite events as well. Each year we examine things like retention rate, graduation rate at the college, and I can tell you that this one program is remarkably successful at significantly increasing the graduation rate compared to students who are not in this program. So each year we welcome students coming into the summer program, and each year we hear the stories from them about how they're not really excited for that program. I'm sure many of you have similar feelings, but by the end of that summer program, by the end of your first semester, you're very thankful for that summer program, and we are very thankful that you have come and joined us in that summer program, because it makes it much more likely that you're walking across the stage 4 years from coming to St. Vincent with your diploma in hand, and then into your career or into law school or medical school, or that whatever those next steps are. So again, we're very, very thankful that you are taking the support, that you're supporting each other. And I want to take an opportunity to thank our advisory council who met today for their wisdom in guiding the program, for its director, Dr. Rotler, and for the entire opportunity staff who devote countless numbers of hours to making this happen. Our faculty who are working with each of the students, and again, the students' parents, and for each other, as Alex and Joelle have shared. It's a community effort that makes it possible. And I want to thank each and every member of that community. Let's take a moment and thank all of you for that. So again, congratulations to all the students listed in the program and for all of the work that you're doing with each other. So helping those students who may not have made the benchmark to be recognized here at the program, but who are working toward graduation and advancing and will be walking across the stage as their time comes. So again, thank you. Enjoy the rest of the day, and I look forward to hearing some more testimonials.
Thank you. Up next is Dr. Nancy Rottler, someone who made this program today happen. One of many hands. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so pleased to see so many students and parents come out today to honor you, our students. So many of you we met on that first day in the summer, and for others, we met along the journey. In either case, we're certainly glad that you're here, that you've chosen St. Vincent, and in my lens, most importantly, that you've joined the Opportunity Program. Just to give you an idea of some of the statistics that Dr. Smetanka mentioned, we had 93 of our participating Opportunity students earned a grade point average of 3.0 or higher during the spring and or the fall 2015 semesters. 18 of these students, 18 of the 93, are already out in the workforce pursuing graduate studies or service in the community. So 18 are already out making a difference in the lives of our communities. 7 of the 93 had a 4.0, either in the fall and or the spring semesters. Some of you here may be those students. Again, as Dean Kaler mentioned, the success of the program is you. All the hard work, the dedication, pursuing one major, finding your talents in another, participating in organizations, finding your dream. Hearing Joyelle's poem was certainly enlightening, and walking the journey with the students is one of our most rewarding gifts. We get to know your sons and daughters that first day in the summer, or when perhaps one of us is calling to invite your son or daughter to join our program. And I know at first when we call, the students aren't quite sure. There's one young lady, I just looked out into the audience. I remember when I called her, and I know she wondered, why am I participating in the summer program? I think so many students are at first thinking, what is all this program about? And I think many of you here today, you are the secrets of our success. All the dedication, all of the studies, the working hard, and making the difference in the lives of St. Vincent, and again, an opportunity to make a difference. Today is that celebration. Whether you're a freshman, this is your first tee, whether you're a returning student, sophomore, junior, or senior, again, it's that opportunity to recognize your talents. Honorees, this dedication, commitment, and perseverance have enabled you to achieve your personal best. We've worked with you throughout your educational journey, and we take great pride in your accomplishments. As many of you have heard me say, your success is our success. You continue to apply your talents and reach success, and I'm so proud that many of you, again, are returning sophomore, junior, and senior honorees. Parents, families, and all who have influenced our honorees. So many of you in the group today, we have many of our deans present, Brother Norman is present, and so many of our college administrators and faculties that are here today, and if not here in the audience, vested to your success. Parents, we have some grandparents in the audience, I know today. Students, if you could join me, as Dean Kaler shared, I'd like to have your parents and grandparents stand so that we can acknowledge. All of you set the foundation for their success. And we applaud you for being here today and, again, supporting the talents. At this time, although most of you have met the Opportunity staff, I'd like to take just a few minutes to introduce the Opportunity staff, or reintroduce the Opportunity staff, so that everyone is aware of who, again, Alex had mentioned that our team, it's a team effort to make this day possible, and every day in the office is a team effort to work with students. So if I can ask, as I call your name, please stand. Mrs. Teresa Trisky, Mr. Ish Solomon, Mrs. Peggy Smith, Mrs. Denise Haydorn, Mrs. Hisker, Mrs. Vera Hisker in the back, Mr. Dave Cullen, Mrs. Janice Fox. I'm trying to look around. Did I miss anyone? We had a few of our Opportunity staff members who couldn't be here today, but again, along with my team that's here today, our team that's here, again, we applaud you students and are so glad that you are choosing St. Vincent and most importantly choosing the Opportunity Program. Continued success, and every day sees that opportunity.
Thank you. Up next is the presentation of certificates. Teresa Trisky. Thank you. Sorry. And Mrs. Smith.
Okay, I will just be reading the names of those students who are currently attending St. Vincent. I won't be reading the names of those who have graduated, but their names are on the back of the program. Some students couldn't be here today because they had to work. That was a popular reason. A lot of our students do have jobs, whether on campus or off campus. And then we have a few students teaching the Step Up program for young children and various reasons. But we're very happy to have those of you who are here with us today. So I'm going to call the names of current students, but of course, if you are here, please come up and Mrs. Smith will be giving you your certificate. Okay, Nico Alessandro, Golnara Baranik. She achieved a 3.0 both spring and fall of last year. Connie Rose Barnes. Hadia Blue Herald achieved a 3.0 both semesters. Chris Brandt, both semesters, at least a 3.0. Dwayne Brown. Shane Brudnock achieved at least a 3.0 both semesters and also got a, and on top of that, got a 4.0 in the spring. John Bumbaugh received at least a 3.0 both semesters. Kiana Carr, freshman. Samantha Seasai, Caitlin Cogley, Marsha Kroos, Chris Danielson achieved at least a 3.0 both semesters. Frank Dieguez, both semesters, at least a 3.0. Timothy Edwards, both semesters. Samuel Englehart, Ryan Fosnot, Katana Fosenbaker, Mariah Farraco, at least a 3.0 both semesters. Thomas Fitzsimmons, freshman. Sierra Forsyth. Joyelle Gaines, at least a 3.0 both semesters. Ashley Geese, both semesters. Brandon Gernhardt, both semesters, at least a 3.0. Gregory Gonzalez, both semesters. Marshall Grubb. Mara Halfordy. Sarah Hampton. Patrick Hiles. Tu Duck Ho, at least a 3.0, both semesters. Jennifer Hogan, freshman. Susanna Hogan, at least a 3.0, both semesters. Marquise Holland. Clayton Hausler. Kelsey Hunter. Parker Janosko, freshman. Sarah Cada. Courtney Clues, freshman. Roman Loff. Martin Lassard. Vincent Lassard, freshman. Mark McCracken. Tyler McElfresh. Victoria McNabb, freshman. Drew Meeker, both semesters, at least a 3.0. Maggie Miller, both semesters, at least a 3.0. Shelby Mishler, both semesters, at least a 3.0. Adam Molinaro, both semesters, at least a 3.0. Nicholas Nyman, freshman. Kathleen O'Reilly, freshman. Kim Ornis. Christopher Page. Jada Pinnell, both semesters, at least a 3.0. Sierra Perlick, both semesters. Peter Santiago, both semesters, at least a 3.0. Alex Shalaba. Caitlin Seaman. Miranda Sencher, both semesters. On top of that, a 4.0 in the fall. Kirsten Sleppy. Cassandra Smith, both semesters, at least a 3.0. Jamie Sample is studying abroad in Spain this semester. She achieved at least a 3.0 both semesters. And I believe her parents, oh, great, okay, there they are. Her parents came. Thank you for coming. Daniel Straka, Samantha Striner, both semesters. Garrett Thomas, both semesters, 3.0. Vincent Tonzo. Sarah Vernon, both semesters. Rachel Vogel, both semesters, 3.0. Kiara Voiderbergen. Sierra Watico, 4.0, both semesters. Rachel Wheeler, both semesters, at least a 3.0 and a 4.0 in the fall. Kiana Williams-Pate, both semesters, at least a 3.0. Sierra Wilson, Hannah Wojciewicz, Chelsea Zamborski, both semesters, and Ashley Zalisic. Congratulations to all of the Opportunity students who have achieved this fine distinction.
Up next is Peter Santiago giving his reflection of St. Vincent.
Just give a hand for Alex there. Yeah, love that man. It's great. My name is Peter Santiago, like Alex said. I'm a politics major and a theology minor here at St. Vincent. So like Alex, interestingly, now that you brought up the memory, when I started the Opportunity Program that summer, I remember crying, wanted to go back to New Jersey because it wasn't like home. So started the summer before my freshman year, and I can honestly say that my experience with the Opportunity Program has really shaped my time here. I see Mr. Cullen in the back. We'll get back to that later. I suck at math. So, you know, Mr. Cullen was my Christ figure for a while. So we're, sorry. Regarding my major, though, as I look to Ms. Turiski, I started at St. Vincent College for the first week or so as a psychology major, and then I went undeclared, which was just a wonderful feat for Ms. Turiski and I to figure out. Then I thought I wanted to be an engineer. Surely, you know, the math was no. So got out of that real quick. Then slowly, together with Ms. Turiski, Ms. Smith, I'm pretty decent at writing, you know, that's good. I discerned the path that is right for me and that I can be successful in it. Ultimately, now I'm pursuing to go to law school as soon as I graduate. I'm only a junior, though, now. But everything that the Opportunity Program does serves us students in a family type of manner, and that's what I really want to drive home for everyone that's here, and my appreciation to the office is that there's a family dynamic that comes in. You know, I'm very far away from my family, kind of hard, but St. Vincent is that our home away from home, our family away from family. When we're here. Not to, you know, parents, we love you. You guys are our family, literally. But when we're here, we need those people to reinforce that opportunity that we see, that we sometimes miss in ourselves, but we need others to acknowledge. I have the honor of freshman year, I am now a prefect, but freshman year, Alex was my prefect, and then Ish was my prefect the next year. And now I became a prefect. And both of these brothers of mine showed me the way. They were my role models, my older brothers, to show me that it is possible to come from New Jersey, to come from St. Benedict, where I'm from, where I went to high school and Ish went to high school, and make it. That's always been the goal, make it. You know, be that man, strive. And Alex has always given me that same reinforcement. You got this, Pete. You can do this. So this family dynamic and the support that the Opportunity Program with advising, tutoring with Mr. Cullen, and books, providing us with these support to make sure that we can do what we need to do to be successful in this life is so important. Be successful in college and throughout. So honestly, I thank every single person in the Opportunity Office. I thank all of you parents for sending your kids to be that light, to see the opportunity in others by you seeing the opportunity in them, and ultimately allowing us to fulfill our destiny, to be successful. So thank you.
Thanks, Peter. Up next is Kiana Williams-Pate, going to share her reflections. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Kiana and I'm a junior bio major here, and right now I'm minor in psychology too. So, hi. So, today I'm going to reflect upon my journey through the Opportunity Program. I began my journey a little earlier than others here. I met Dr. Rotler the summer going into my sophomore year in high school. Crossroads, a scholar, oh wait, sorry. Okay, yeah, so I met Dr. Rotler going into my sophomore year in high school. Crossroads, a scholarship I had in high school, invited me to attend the Challenge program here for a week. Dr. Rotler was willing to give me and my friend a scholarship to attend the program, so I had to thank her. This was just the beginning of the many great things that the program has done for me. I later met Dr. Rotler again during my high school graduation speech for Crossroads when she heard me announce that I was going to attend St. Vincent. She immediately came to speak with me after my speech and told me all about the program and all of the great benefits that they had to offer, such as mentoring, free books, and many other things the program had to offer students. She also invited me to attend the 3-week summer program if I would like, and told me that I would have the opportunity to take 2 classes, a math and an English, for free, and I would also be able to earn 6 credits prior to the fall semester. To me, this seemed like an amazing offer, so I took her offer and attended the 3-week summer program. Although the program was challenging, I worked through it and I excelled, and I had to work very hard. I took this as a preview to how hard that the rest of the 4 years at St. Vincent College would be for me. So I am forever grateful for the opportunity to attend a summer program. Moving into my freshman year, I was nervous about not being smart enough to get into medical school, which has always been my goal. So I met with Dr. Rotler every week during my freshman year, even though it wasn't necessarily required. She helped me to get through any hardship that came my way and mentored and advised me the whole way through. I think she believed in me a lot more than I believed in myself at times, and she even sat with me during finals week my freshman year and mapped out each of my semester schedules for the rest of my 4 years. Also, she did that because I decided to be ambitious and I thought it was a good idea to major in bio and psych at the same time, but that wasn't a super great idea, so I got the minor, yay. She somehow thought that I can get through all of that and encouraged me to work hard so that I could achieve my goal of getting into medical school and becoming a doctor. I'm so thankful that this program has been a part of my college career. From having the opportunity to receive a few free books during the semesters, to Dr. Rotler and Mrs. Smith giving me the opportunity, from Dr. Rotler and Mrs. Smith giving me connections to people to help me further my career. Both Mrs. Smith and Dr. Rotler have helped me to make connections with people who can guide me along my future medical career, and they have offered me an MCAT book to help me prepare for my exam that I'll be taking in June, which I'm very thankful for. Without Mrs. Smith, I would not have had the internship that I was thankful to have during the summer going into my sophomore year in college, and I would not have had the great relationship that we have today. All of the members of Opportunity have mentored me and molded me into the student that I am today, and without their encouragement and hard work, I would not be here. I'm thankful for them and also for them giving me the opportunity to mentor other students at the college here. They always call me in to speak with other students, to give them guidance, and this is such an honor to me because it shows that they see a lot in me that I may not even see in myself. So with that, I want to thank the Opportunity Program for everything that they have done for me and even for inviting me to speak up here today. So thank you, all of you.
Up next is Ishmael Solomon. He's a graduate assistant, and he was my former Opportunity Prefect. Thank you.
Hi, as mentioned before, my name is Ishmael Solomon. Just a little bit of background. I graduated from St. Benedict's Prep, just as Peter mentioned beforehand, from North New Jersey. So you can imagine my face expression when I finally got here, being a city boy and all. But I'll just get into my, it's short. I don't want to take up too much time. Just graduated from high school, and I was 100% sure that I would be coming here, attending college here at St. Vincent College. I arrived on campus for the 3-week summer component, in which my parents had this large smile on their face, and they looked at me and said, "You gonna be okay?" I said, "Yeah." They hopped in the van, they were gone. I had to take 2 courses. One was elementary functions, and the other one was language and rhetoric. And during the 3-week summer component, I had to transition from the high school mindset to the college mindset. I had to learn the difference between a high school paper and a college paper, and the same could be said for math. During the 3 weeks, I learned a great deal about myself. I have confirmed exactly how stubborn and negative-minded I am. And up to this day, there's still little remnants of it left. No, there's still a lot of it left, but I'm working on it. And I can remember this. At the time we were in Girard. It was another residence hall building close by, and I believe it was a Saturday night. And I have poor Dr. Rottler sitting on a bench with me outside of Girard, and she's trying to convince me that we have this math test the next day. And as Peter mentioned before, we guys from St. Benedict's don't like math too much. So, as I said before, overly stubborn, don't want to study for this math. I'm always an English person. She's sitting there for about a good hour trying to convince, me that I should probably do this. As some of you may know in this room, I'm very stubborn. But she finally got through to me. I went to tutoring that night. The next day, I passed the test. I won't tell you with what, but I passed it. But the one thing I had issues with is asking for help. Very independent person, and I'm a guy. My pride is all the way up through the roof. I don't need help. Well, that math test surely showed me. Up to this day, I still remember that 1-hour session Dr. Rottler had, and I have to thank you very much for that. I know you probably wanted to choke me that day, but thank you so much. And it took that turning point. I met with her all throughout freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, senior year. Now I stand before you. I'm the graduate assistant for that office. So those ladies have done well by me. They've taken good care of me, it makes sense why my parents just dropped me off. They knew I would be taken care of. And I would like to extend my congratulations to all of you. I'm extremely proud. And I'm here to say this, and I mean this. Anytime you need help from me or any of the ladies in the office, do not hesitate to ask. You never know where it'll take you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ish. Closing remarks. I know I said thank you about 1,000 times tonight, but I do mean each and every one of them. And I say thank you to all the people who spoke today.